2024, we're still getting used to saying that number in sequence. It's shaping up to be big. It's a leap year, for starters. It's the Summer Olympics. Facebook, I'm told, is turning 20. I didn't know that. Happy birthday, FB. But we want to nail down the most relevant news and events to keep our eyes on this year. And for that, we turn to someone who has his finger on the pulse of all things important. Burke Olsen is the publisher of Deseret News. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Brooke. Always good to be with you.
We were just chatting during the commercial break. I don't know if this is my Pollyanna speaking, but it does feel like 2024 is shaping up to be something to talk about. Like, we have our stuff together, we've got some hard stuff behind us. Are you feeling that vibe?
Yeah, there's definitely things that we can put in the past and a lot to look forward to this year.
We've asked you to identify 3 core issues to break down for us and help us get excited and anticipate in the coming year. And we can't talk about 2024 without talking about the big vote.
That's right. Yeah, this is a big election year. The presidential election, the governor and lieutenant governor in the state of Utah, Mitt Romney's seat, and now Congressman John Curtis's seat is vacant because he's declared a vote for a run for the Senate. Talk about the national election first. It's a face-off. It looks like it'll be against President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump again, although that's not without controversy because some states are taking President Trump off the ballot. So this could go to the Supreme Court. This is one we're all going to watch really, really carefully. As I said, Mitt Romney is stepping away, not running for re-election. So we have many Utahns who are declaring themselves interested in that race. So we're going to want to watch that one. Also, the governor, lieutenant governor up for re-election this year. The Attorney General is not running for re-election. So we'll have a lot of maybe newcomers in this election cycle and a lot of offices. Our entire congressional delegation running this year, all of the House seats in the Utah State Legislature. So the election is one we're going to want to pay a lot of attention to this year.
Those are huge changes that you just described on both the national and local level. And I know you and your team always all over it, but I think it's an exciting opportunity. Years like this force the rest of us to be on the edge of our seats a little bit more. If you're an otherwise passive political participant, I think it pushes you to this place of like education and knowledge, and I want to be involved, I want to be informed. That's an exciting opportunity.
That's well said. The next thing that I think we need to look forward to in 2024 is more about AI.
Okay.
So 2023 was the year that we learned ChatGPT. We learned how to say it in that order.
This scares me.
That's right. But it's really important because it's going to be folded into things that we use on a daily basis. We're going to see AI results incorporated into search, all of the search engines that we use. It's going to get folded into the operating systems on our phones and on our computers. In fact, just last week, Microsoft announced a new button on their keyboard for the first time in 30 years that will open up an AI chat window on your screen.
I didn't know that.
And the one I hope, this is rumored, but I really hope this one happens. I'm in a constant battle with Siri on my phone.
Yeah.
I'll tell Siri to call my mom, and it calls a random person.
Yeah.
So if AI gets incorporated into Siri, as it's rumored to be happening, it's going to be a good year for Burke Olsen because I would need Siri to actually hear what I want it to do and perform the task that I want it to perform.
I was going to say it'd be a good year for your mom too, because
yeah,
she'd
right.
get those calls. But really, I appreciate your enthusiasm because I'm one of those scaredy cats. Anytime AI comes up, I start to think of all the bad things that can happen. You seem pretty excited about it.
Look, there are bad things that can happen too because it's very sophisticated now at producing images that look real, audio that sounds real, and video that looks real too. So with all of the good, there are some bad things. And this is another time that I say you need to turn to trusted news sources like KSL and the Deseret News so that our reporters can tell you if that thing that you saw on Instagram or on Twitter is real or not.
It's not just a line, it's not just something we professionally believe, but it does become really personally important to know the information you're getting is coming from a trustworthy source. 1 minute left in our time together. I love this third point. You're saying it's the year to celebrate Utah.
Yeah, Utah sports. Let's talk about sports because this is the year that we find out if we really get the 2034 Olympics coming back. I worked at the 2002 Olympic Winter Games.
Did you?
So I'm a big proponent of the Olympic movement and look forward to welcoming that back. We'll hear about more from Big League Utah. This is the initiative to bring a professional baseball team to the Beehive State.
My husband's got his eye on that.
Yeah, Ryan Smith, the owner of the Utah Jazz, has said that he wants to bring a hockey team, an NHL team to Salt Lake. And then also in high school sports, this is the first spring in which boys volleyball is competing as a sanctioned sport.
Oh.
So if you want to track boys volleyball or any high school sports for your own kids or for kids in your neighborhood, I recommend going to sports.deseret.com or downloading a brand new app that we just produced called the Utah High School Sports app that will help you keep track of the scores and the schedules and everything going on with high school athletes in the Beehive State.
How exciting. I love that you're keeping us tapped in locally in that way. Burke, thank you so much, and send our thanks to your team, too, for keeping us in the know.
Thank you, Brooke.